It's already 5:30 in the evening and it's dark outside already. What I wanted to do was talk about the book I left on my previous video, Anna Karenina, and I really enjoyed that book. I'm not going to lie, it is kind of long, and at some points of the book it's kind of like tiring because it goes over and over, not over and over, but it gives you different perspectives of the same subject. That was kind of tiring for me, but I do understand from the time period this book was written and how things were then. I mean, there was no TV, there was no film. I do understand that it was kind of like I think it was the best type of writing they could do because there was no entertainment at all. Overall, the book was great. It was kind of dramatic. It was I think that's a good thing because it gives it kind of like some nice spice to it. But I really enjoyed how detailed of each character it was. It like feel like you were there because you understood each perspective of each character. Most of the classics I read are not the same behavior as this book because I feel like this one was a little bit more ahead of its time. If you are hesitating whether to read the book, I think it's a good book that you could start reading little by little if you're kind of like a person that doesn't want to take a long time reading just one book. And I really loved that it wasn't like a high impact of the ending and then it stopped. It actually tells you what happened afterwards, and it's great in all aspects. It talks about different subjects. So now I'm going to start reading a different book. I really wanted to read this one, and that's what I started reading it already. This one is very good. I really enjoyed the starting. I could really feel it's already got from the beginning. It gets you hooked, and then you just kind of like rolling with it. It's very enjoyable, very nice reading. Other new thing that has happened since my previous video is that I cut my hair. I actually had it all the way down lower than my waist. I decided to cut it because I had so much hair. It's kind of like annoying to have all that hair. I think I'm going to talk about the whole story because it was a whole thing that happened with my hair. I'm gonna talk about it in probably a different video. I am really liking it because you wake up in the morning and you don't have like all this puff of hair. I can finish getting ready a lot quicker as well. I think I feel a lot more better with my short hair. I think I'm gonna bathe Tomas. Tomas is my French poodle. I went outside to get the laundry set and he ran outside, and when he came back he was all dirty. I live in front of a small park, so he likes to go to the park, but there's no grass there. He throws himself on the ground and starts like rolling on the dirt. I have to bathe him with warm water, dry him with a blow dryer because the house is very cold, so he can get sick. So I don't know. Today I had a very busy day at work, so right now I'm already off it and I just ate. I didn't eat a lunch because I was so busy. I waited until now and it was already around 4:30 or 5 when I started eating. I was very hungry. I didn't have time to do anything else but pick up a little bit quickly. I still have things to do. I have to clean my room, finish mopping. But before that, I wanted to end this video by showing you how I make my cold brew. I always go by recipes that I find in the internet. I usually don't do it by measuring, but today I just wanted to do it that way to see if it tastes a little bit better, and I wanted to show on this video. And I'm also going to link the recipe on the comment box below in case you're interested in making some. I'm gonna add it in this glass container. This used to be a peanut butter container. The recipe says I need around 120 or 125 grams of coffee that is grinded on a coarse level. So I'm gonna add the 120 grams because I already have some on the container. It says to use a glass container. I think maybe because to avoid getting any weird flavors. I added 100 grams of coffee, and because I already had some coffee in the container, so I'm now going to add the water, 1 liter of water. This much of water was left from the liter that I couldn't put in the container because the coffee tends to foam up, so it got super full. This is what it looks like. Obviously we have to check first if our container is going to take that much amount. You can start by doing half of it in case you might not like it. I think it's a good way to just have coffee ready, so you can just put it on your cup and with some ice cubes, or make a nice fun drink. It's easier that way. You don't have to pull out your coffee machine. If you use the Italian or the French press, this will be a lot much easier. I do sometimes have it in the fridge just in case I don't want to make one. What I'm going to do is cover this up and then put it in the fridge for around 18 plus hours depending on how much you want to wait. After this, what I do is filter it using a coffee filter, and we should, according to the recipe, have around 800 milliliters of coffee. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope you guys are having a great week. On my future videos, I am planning to show just different little things that we can do for fun. I know sometimes we don't like to do these kinds of things. I don't like cooking, for instance, but I am trying to do things on my own, fun things. For instance, I recently started making sourdough bread. It was a whole thing doing the sourdough starter. I hope you guys stay with me. I can show you different things that I have been learning during this year, because this is the only year that I've been taking time to do this because I'm more at home now. I hope you guys have a great week and a great December, and if you like this video, please don't forget the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for my future videos.